Buckle up, America, because the job market is about to get a whole lot bumpier. We're talking mass layoffs, folks. And not just a few hundred here and there. We're talking millions of jobs potentially on the chopping block. Remember the Great Recession? Yeah, this could be worse. Companies are streamlining, downsizing, and restructuring, which is corporate speak for firing a bunch of people. We're seeing it across industries, from tech to manufacturing to retail. Remember that store you loved that closed suddenly? Yep, layoffs. That factory that shut down in your town? Layoffs. It's a bloodbath out there, and it's about to get messier. We're not just talking about some abstract economic indicator here. These are real people with real lives and real families who are about to get a harsh dose of reality. And the worst part? This isn't some unforeseen disaster. This is a slow-motion train wreck that we've all seen coming for years. So why is this happening, and what can we do about it? Corporate downsizing, not just numbers, it's people. When companies announce layoffs, it's often presented as a necessary business decision, a way to cut costs and stay competitive. But what gets lost in the shuffle are the human lives affected by these decisions. It's easy to get lost in the cold, hard statistics of mass layoffs. Numbers can be numbing, and when we hear about thousands of jobs lost, it becomes just another headline, another statistic in the daily news cycle. We hear about thousands of jobs lost, and it becomes just another headline, but each of those numbers represents a person, a family, a community that will feel the ripple effects of that loss. But behind each of those numbers is a person with a story. These are individuals who have dedicated their time, energy, and skills to their jobs, only to find themselves suddenly without a source of income. Take, for instance, the recent layoffs at Boeing. This isn't just a story about a company cutting costs. It's about the people who have been caught in the crossfire. The company announced plans to cut 10,000 jobs, citing the pandemic's impact on air travel. The aviation industry has been hit hard, and companies like Boeing are struggling to stay afloat. Now, 10,000 might just seem like a number, but imagine being one of those employees. Imagine the uncertainty, the fear, the anxiety that comes with losing your job in such an uncertain time. You've given years to the company, maybe even decades. You've built your life around this job, and now it's all being taken away. You've helped build some of the most advanced aircraft in the world. Your work has contributed to the success of the company, and yet that doesn't protect you from the chopping block. And then, just like that, you're shown the door. No matter how much you've contributed, you're now just another statistic in a corporate report. Your job, your livelihood, your sense of security, gone. The impact of losing a job goes far beyond the loss of income. It affects your mental health, your relationships, and your future prospects. It's not just Boeing either. The aviation industry as a whole is facing unprecedented challenges. Airbus, their European counterpart, announced 15,000 layoffs. This isn't just a localized issue. It's a global crisis affecting workers around the world. This is a global phenomenon. Industries across the board are facing similar challenges, and the human cost is staggering. But it's not just about the aviation industry. Retail, hospitality, and many other sectors are also feeling the pinch. Remember Bed Bath & Beyond? This once thriving retail giant is now closing stores left and right, leaving thousands unemployed. They're closing stores left and right, leaving thousands unemployed. The retail apocalypse is real, and it's affecting workers at every level. These closures are a direct result of changing consumer habits, and let's be honest, some questionable business decisions. The shift to online shopping has left many brick-and-mortar stores struggling to keep up. But again, it's the employees who are paying the price. The decisions made in boardrooms have real-world consequences for the people on the ground. The human cost of these layoffs is staggering. Families are left scrambling to make ends meet, and the emotional toll can be devastating. Lost wages, shattered dreams, families struggling to make ends meet. These are the real consequences of corporate downsizing. It's not just about numbers, it's about people. And it's a trend that shows no signs of slowing down. As companies continue to navigate these challenging times, it's crucial to remember that behind every statistic is a human being with a story worth telling. The domino effect, from big business to your local coffee shop. It's a story that unfolds in ways you might not expect, touching lives and altering communities in profound ways. Here's the thing about mass layoffs. They don't just affect the people who get laid off. The impact is far-reaching, extending beyond the immediate circle of those who lose their jobs. It's like a virus, spreading outwards and infecting entire communities. The effects ripple through the economy, touching every corner of society. Think of it as the economic version of that scene in Avengers Infinity War, spoiler alert, where everyone starts turning to dust. It's not pretty. The devastation is palpable and the recovery is slow and painful. Let's say you're a supplier for a major car manufacturer. Your business thrives on the orders you receive from this giant company. You provide them with parts, materials, whatever they need to build their cars. Your livelihood depends on their success. Now imagine that car manufacturer announces massive layoffs because, well, people aren't buying as many gas-guzzling SUVs as they used to. The market has shifted and demand has plummeted. Suddenly, their demand for your products plummets. Your once thriving business is now facing a crisis. You're left with a warehouse full of unsold inventory and a sinking feeling in your gut. The future looks uncertain and tough decisions need to be made. You have no choice but to lay off some of your own employees. The people who have been with you through thick and thin are now facing unemployment, maybe even all of them. The factory floor that once buzzed with activity is now eerily silent. And just like that, the ripple effect begins. The impact of those layoffs extends far beyond the factory walls. Those laid-off workers are no longer spending money at local businesses. The shops and services they once frequented are now struggling to stay afloat. They're tightening their belts, cutting back on everything from groceries to entertainment. The local economy starts to feel the strain. The local coffee shop that relies on those workers for their morning caffeine fix, they're seeing fewer customers and lower sales. They start to feel the pinch. The barista who once served a steady stream of regulars is now facing empty tables and dwindling tips. The restaurant down the street that used to be packed at lunchtime, they're struggling to fill seats and keep the lights on. They're seeing more empty tables. The staff is worried about their jobs and the owner is concerned about the future. It's a chain reaction and everyone is affected. The once thriving Main Street is now a shadow of its former self. Mass layoffs don't happen in a vacuum. They send shock waves through the entire economy, leaving a trail of devastation in their wake. The effects are felt by everyone, from the largest corporations to the smallest local businesses. They send shock waves through the entire economy, leaving a trail of devastation in their wake. The community is left to pick up the pieces and find a way to move forward. 2025. The year the music stopped, navigating the uncertain job market. The landscape of employment is shifting beneath our feet, and it's more important than ever to understand the dynamics at play. Fasten your seatbelts, folks, because the job market is about to hit some serious turbulence. We're not just talking about a few bumps here and there, we're talking about a full-on roller coaster ride. We're talking about 2025, the year when many experts believe the full impact of these mass layoffs will be felt. The ripple effects of these changes are expected to be profound and far-reaching. Remember that feeling you get when you're on a roller coaster and it's slowly climbing to the top of the highest drop? The anticipation, the anxiety, the uncertainty of what's to come. Yeah, that's the feeling we're going for here. The problem is multifaceted. It's not just one issue causing this turmoil. It's a combination of factors creating a perfect storm. We've got companies hoarding cash, waiting for a recession that may or may not happen. This cautious approach is leading to a freeze in hiring, which in turn affects the entire job market. They're hesitant to hire, which means fewer job openings for everyone else. This hesitation is creating a bottleneck, making it harder for job seekers to find opportunities. Then there's the whole robots taking our jobs thing, which, let's be honest, is becoming less of a science fiction trope and more of a terrifying reality. Automation is advancing at a rapid pace, and it's displacing workers in various industries. And let's not forget about the skills gap. The disparity between the skills employers need and the skills workers possess is widening, creating another layer of complexity in the job market. The jobs that are available require specialized skills that many workers simply don't have. This means that even when jobs are available, not everyone is qualified to fill them. It's like showing up to a cooking competition with a can opener and a prayer when everyone else has a blowtorch and a degree from Le Cordon Bleu. The competition is fierce and the stakes are high. So what does this mean for the average worker? It means that the job market is more competitive than ever, and standing out requires more than just a good resume. Well, it means that competition for jobs is going to be fierce. Job seekers will need to be more strategic, more prepared, and more resilient than ever before. It means that you need to be adaptable, resilient, and willing to learn new skills. Continuous learning and professional development are no longer optional, they're essential. It means that the days of expecting a job to last a lifetime are long gone. The concept of job security is evolving, and workers need to be prepared for a more fluid career path. The job market of 2025 and beyond is going to be a whole new ballgame, and it's time to start getting ready to play. This new era will require a different mindset, one that embraces change and innovation. Networking and building professional relationships will be more important than ever. Who you know can often be just as important as what you know. The gig economy is also on the rise, offering both opportunities and challenges. Freelancing and contract work can provide flexibility, but they also come with their own set of uncertainties. Collaboration and teamwork will be key. The ability to work well with others, to communicate effectively, and to contribute to a team will be highly valued skills. Personal development and self-improvement will be ongoing processes. Staying ahead in the job market will require a commitment to lifelong learning and growth. Success in this new job market will come to those who are proactive, adaptable, and resilient. It's about being prepared for the unexpected and seizing opportunities as they arise. The future may be uncertain, but it's also full of potential. With the right mindset and preparation, the challenges of 2025 can be turned into opportunities for growth and success.